Take a deep breath now, hold it and let it out. Part of the oxygen you take in one breath may have come from the seagrasses. Yes, you have heard right. A significant part of the air you inhale comes from the green grasses under the seas. Here is an unbelievable fact. Seagrasses produce more oxygen compared to the rainforests of the same size. A healthy seagrass of 1 square metre pumps up to 14 litres of oxygen to the atmosphere per day. This is a quantity which can satisfy the daily oxygen need of 2 adults. Consider the seagrasses extending from Ionada to Koyukoi on our Black Sea coast produce millions of litres of oxygen every day. Grasses in the Gulf of Burgas clear the air of the city. Zostera fields off the Odessa coast allow Ukraine to breathe. But the main miracle is hidden in carbon. Most important because of the climate change is carbon dioxide. And the seagrasses. And the seagrasses cannot be beaten in catching and confining carbon dioxide. An area of seagrass measuring 1 hectare can take up to 1,000 tons of carbon from the atmosphere and bury it in the sea bottom every year. Do you know what that means? The quantity of carbon emitted by 200 vehicles per year. Scientists call it blue carbon. While the green forests on land store green carbon, the oceans and coastal ecosystems store blue carbon. And the interesting side of the matter is this: seagrasses are 35 times faster than the tropical forests in storing carbon. How? Their leaves take carbon dioxide, process it by photosynthesis. Dead leaves fall down to the sea bottom and are covered by sand. In an anaerobic environment, this carbon is confined for thousands of years. On the bottom of the Black Sea, there are 5,000-year-old carbon storages. The special nature of the Black Sea makes this process more and more effective. The anaerobic layer in the deep waters prevents the carbon so stored from returning to the atmosphere. That is, the seagrasses of the Black Sea work as a gigantic carbon safe box. Even the small grasses on the lower Prut coasts of Moldova store hundreds of tons of carbon per year. Large grasses in the Gulf of Burgas in Bulgaria hold carbon as much as a forest. Do you remember the Paris Climate Agreement? The world tries to limit the temperature increase to 1.5 degrees. And the seagrasses are one of the strongest devices which nature has offered us so that we can achieve our goal. But there is a problem, so great a problem. When the seagrasses disappear, it is not only the oxygen product which stops. Carbon which has been stored for thousands of years is released into the atmosphere all of a sudden. The disappearance of a grass as large as a soccer field is just like 5,000 vehicles being in traffic. Due to the seagrasses, which we have lost in the Black Sea over the past 50 years, millions of tons of carbon dioxide have returned to the atmosphere. This was an invisible disaster which accelerated the climate crisis. Fortunately, the seagrasses may restore themselves. When they are protected and restored, they rapidly grow and start storing carbon again. Zostera marina may spread 2 meters per year under proper conditions. Studies show that the seagrasses may reach their former destiny in protected areas within 3 years. Let us convert this to an economical value. The annual carbon storage value of a hectare of seagrass is more than €2,000. Total seagrasses in the Black Sea provide a carbon service of millions of euros per year. This service is completely free of charge. And just for this reason, the following question should be asked while planning each coastal project and each harbour construction and each tourist investment. How many square meters of seagrass will this project impact? How many tons of carbon emission will it cause? How many litres of oxygen production will stop? Our common goal is clear: to protect the blue carbon storages of the Black Sea, because there are the seagrasses at each breath. To lose them means to remain breathless. Our strongest ally silently works under the seas in our struggle with the climate crisis. It is time to make them visible, protect them, and hand them down to the next generations. Each breath is a reminder: seagrasses are of vital importance, and they deserve legal protection.